Okay, once we know that the mod pro bonding did show us that bonding is enabled on our machine, then the next command we need to run is mod info bonding. And it'll give you a lot of output, but the main concern is like right here on the top where it says description. It should say something like ether channel bonding and then the driver number. And that tells us, what driver is installed on our bonding interface. Okay, now we're going to create the bond interface. And we have to create a file for that. And we're going to create a bond interface file. We're going to name it ifcfg-bond0 under the folder /etc sys config and cd to network scripts. See, that's what's in it. This is where all the interfaces are. So if you can see, my machine has ENP0S3 and ENP0S8. These are the two interfaces I have, and then the loop back. And so what we're gonna do is vim ifcfg-bond0. We're going to create this, and then we're going to type in this device equals bond0, type equals to bond, type equals bond, name equals bond0, then bonding master underscore master, all of this is in caps, equals yes. We're going to make this master. And boot protocol equals, we're going to say none. On boot, do we want it to be connected on boot? Yes. IP address ADDR equals, let's assign it 192.168.1.70. okay, and net mask equals net mask equals 255.255.255.0. gateway equals 192.168.1.1. bonding OPTS equals, under codes, mode equals 5, MII-MON equals 100. Okay, so this is our file that we're going to create for the bond interface. And one mistake I can see right now that I made, under type we're going to have bond but with a capital B. So I'm going to replace this with a capital B, and I just want to make sure there is no typo on this. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Now we're going to specify the IP address so I'm using mod 5 in this, which is used to provide fault tolerance and load balancing. That's why, you can pick whatever you like, because we have discussed that in the previous lectures, what each of these would do for you. Now we're going to edit the NIC interface files. So the next one is going to be ifcfg-enp0s3, and so type is Ethernet, and device is ENP03 0S3, and on boot equals to yes. I'm just checking to make sure that well, actually on boot is saying no right now, so I'm going to change it to on boot yes. And master equals to bond0. So these are the two lines that I'm going to add. Master equals bond0, slave equals yes. These are the two lines that I'm going to add. And let's see if I got everything else correct here. And boot protocol, I'm going to change from DHCP to none. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and save and exit. And we're going to do the same thing with S8 as well. And for S8 also, boot protocol is going to be, on boot is going to be yes. Device is correct. Boot protocol is going to be none. And then also master, and so master equals bond0, and slave equals yes. Okay, done. And now we're going to restart the network service. System CTL restart. Okay, so if we run a system CTL status network.service, we should see network services running. Before that, we ran the command system CTL restart network.service because we made a couple of changes. I ran into one problem. So it was not starting up the network, and the issue was to stop network manager. I had network manager running, and the error that I was getting was failed to bring up LSB. So there's an LSB interface that was not starting, and the issue was the network manager was running, and I stopped it and disabled it. And as soon as I did it, I was able to restart the network.